Welcome to Doctor's Notes, where we take your dumb questions and give even dumber answers. Oh no, wait, that's the Drawfee intro. Whoops. Okay, anyways. So this is the Q&A episode. I don't have my mic boom in this room, and I'm too lazy to go get it, so I don't know. But I uh, asked you guys for questions on my community post on YouTube, and I also took questions from the original community post that I made back when I got 4,000 subscribers. I had originally asked for questions then, so I got a bunch from there. And I have about. Whoopsie. Sorry for that. I should scoot my mic back. Ooh, that's not good podcasting. Anyways, I have about like 107 questions, and I highlighted them according to like what topic they go with, and I think I'm just gonna start just going for it. Like just down the list. The thing is the list isn't in any order cuz they're in the order that they were asked. So, yeah. Um okay. So, I'm just going to start. So, which of the hermit spaces do you think is your favorite? Um well, I'm not caught up with Hermitcraft currently. I've had like projects and such. But I this is This is so typical for me to say, but I really enjoy Mumbo and Grian spaces. Like Grian, that's insane. Literally, what the heck, man? And then Mumbo is just really cool. It's like, bro, that's nice. I haven't seen enough of the other hermit spaces to to say much about them. Okay, next question. Favorite musicians. I really love Tally Hall. I just got super into their music like a month or two ago. 21 Pilots, of course. Jack Sauber. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. I never know. I never know. Lemon Demon. Yes, please. Regina Spektor. She's really good. And I also love ooh, my voice was like, nope. I also love Shara X. She does like Undertale like remixes. She's really cool. My favorite color is cerulean. It's a shade of blue. Um Also like TARDIS blue. That's good. Do I have any siblings? Yes, I have four. I have two younger brothers, an older brother, and an older sister. I'm the middle kid. I'm the middleest sister. I am the Travis. um, when did you get the idea for Snapshot? Check the previous episode. That was all about that. How's my day going? Pretty well. It kind of just started. How did you develop your art style, and any tips for beginner artists? Okay. Study other people's art and study styles of like animated shows and like basically consume the styles because like if you study shows and try to draw on those styles and you're able to like start implementing pieces of those that you love into like your art, like let's say you watch OKKO, which is an amazing show and everyone should watch if you want. um and it has a lot of different art styles in it, which is the point. And but at one point I started drawing some things in that style because I wanted to basically be able to develop a more cartoony art style because I do want to be an animator, but I'll get to that later because that's one of the questions. And just don't give up. Just keep working at it. And if you're not at a place where you like your art style, that's okay because that happens to literally every artist. Just keep working at it, and soon you'll develop an art style that you really like, and then that art style will develop even further. And even though you may again hit a rough patch of like art you don't like, if you just keep working at it, you're gonna get to art that you do like. If you just give up, that's not gonna help you at all. Like if you stop drawing, you're not gonna get any better. That's the whole thing. Um, we all know you like Hermitcraft. What other SMPs do you like? Which would you fall back on if Hermitcraft doesn't work anymore? None. I only watch Hermitcraft. Do you have any tips for people who are just starting or thinking about animating or posting animatics on YouTube? I'm really bad at this sort of advice because I have literally no clue. I just kind of did it. Like, just basically, like, do it. Like, if you want to do it, do it. Just make sure that you give the correct credit to the owner of the characters or personas, and also the uh, creator of the song if you didn't make it. um, Basically, yeah, and just have fun with it, because if you're having fun with it, then that's the best thing, because if you're not having fun with it and you're forcing yourself to do it, you're not going to want to do it. It's like schoolwork. If you have a cool project like that you want to do, it's really fun, and like you can get that like done because you want to. But if you have like homework you don't want to do, then like you're not gonna want to, like, you're forcing yourself to do it. It's bad, but you're gonna have to do it. But it won't be as fun, and you're just gonna about it. um, how and where do you do your animations? Literally on this part, I put a bullet point that says explain process. LOL. So my process is, oh, I remember why I put that, because I was too lazy to type out the whole thing. So my process is, I use Procreate's animation assist feature on my iPad. That's like where I draw, because that's where you can get Procreate, and I don't do any timing there, not at all. Well, sort of. I do all the frames there, and I will be listening to the song. So like many times, I will like stop at where I'm at, and then like listen to the song and then tap the frames to go along, and like basically do the timing in my head to just kind of know like what frames would be where. And then once I finish all the frames, which can take a while depending on like everything, I will export them as PDFs, and usually I'll have to do it in like a group of like, and I'll have to do like two or three groups, like two or three PDFs, because just the number of files and like the file size, the number of frames and the file size. And then I will send, or I'll put that in my Google Drive, and then I'll go over to my computer and I'll open my Google Drive and I'll download those as PDFs, and then I'll open up a PDF to PNG what's the word? Uh you know, converter. That's the word. I'll pull up a PDF to PNG converter and I'll put that in, and once it converts it all, you can download them as a zip file. And then I'll open up the zip files and extract them all, and then I'll open Windows Movie Maker, because that's where I do my syncing, and I will open up all of the frames in there. I'll make them all like 0.5 seconds just so I can just time them all. And I will put in the song, and then I'll start doing the timing. And this can take so long, because sometimes there are just songs that, like, even if you were timing it perfectly when you're doing the tapping thing on Procreate, it's so hard to, like, because you have to do exact timings and stuff on Windows Movie Maker, and sometimes Windows Movie Maker doesn't want to work. I remember like when I was doing one of them, I was using Windows Movie Maker on our like Toshiba laptop, which is kind of old, and it decided to just stop working. And apparently, this is a problem that happens like with like older computers, not old computers, but like if like something's outdated. And so it was such a pain, because it would be out of sync when I was like syncing it up, and it was like, oh. And so then I was just started using the better computer, and that one works because it hasn't it hasn't started failing yet, hopefully. And like there's some songs that, like, my touch tone telephone, I was able to have it timed up really nicely when I was doing the tapping thing, but when it came to the actual Windows Movie Maker, it was so hard, because it didn't time up, it didn't work quite as nicely as I wanted it to. It's kind of frustrating, but there wasn't much I could do, also because I was lazy to try to find another solution. But yeah, once after I do that, I will export it from Windows Movie Maker as like the highest definition one I can get, and then I'll upload it to YouTube. But yeah, the process, the time it takes always depends. I can't really give a time for that. Okay. How do you come up with the designs for your fic and other things like your persona? Well, I kind of just base them off of like other stuff, and also just kind of random. There's a question later that will help explain it a bit better, but really I just kind of do whatever. That's not helpful. What's your favorite part of Hermitcraft? Do you like base progress, shenanigans, storylines, collaborations, a mix of them? I really like all of them. Like they're all like my like they're all my jam. Like I really like them all, and like they work really well together. All these elements that they put together. Um, okay, this is a long question. All right, so I have a thing where I don't handle tension in stories very well. I got to chapter 29 in Featherweight, and the angst had me rocking back and forth in the corner of my room for the past couple months. Only chapter 29? Hold on. As the writer of this fantastic story, I ask you, will everyone be okay? My little heart would appreciate it, but I understand if it's a bit selfish of me to ask something that only applies to me personally. I can't tell you that. Like, I can't tell you that. Gotta wait and see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, how do you keep bread fresh? Tab twist or tie? I mean, it depends on the company, because depending on the company, you would get a tab twist or like a tie twist. But normally the the bread that we get has a tab twist. So I guess that. What would happen if you told NPG to divide by 0? Serious answer only. Probably blue screen of death right there. Not sure how that would work, but you know. Question: do you have any pets, and are you more of a dog or cat person, or both? I have 2 dogs. We have Oreo and Shadow, and then we have 2 cats named Salem and Cashew. And I like them both. Like I am both a dog and a cat person. But yeah, Salem is the younger cat. He's a black cat. I effectively named all 4 of our pets. We used to have so many cats at one point because we had a cat that just kept having babies, and we're like, just so many cats. But no, our oldest cat, one who was with us the longest, was Pistachio, but she was very old, and sadly she passed away a couple of months ago. But then we got Cashew, which we named after Pistachio, and we got Salem as well because we wanted to have 2 cats so they could play together. But they actually they fight a lot. It's so funny. Cashew's the chonky cat. She's so chonky. It's so funny. Like my dad and my mom call her the chonk as well. Like it's so funny. She wasn't this chonky when we got her. But she is now. Salem was a little baby. He was like 3 months old, but he's a lanky cat. He's like very long. His I think his tail is as long as his body, like not counting his head. Like that's kind of crazy. Um, Especially because like Pistachio, she had a little nub of a tail, and so we're not used to cats having like longer tails. And then Oreo and Shadow. Oreo's the older one. And he has his face. It's like black, and then in the middle, it's like a line of like a strip of white, and so he looks like an Oreo. And then Shadow, we named him that because he's black, and then also, he would always follow Oreo around when we got him at first. And so he was like his shadow, which I think is really funny. Um, what inspired you to make Featherweight? Again, check the previous episode. It's all about that. Well, it's about that in Snapshot. How many AUs do you have? Which one are you most proud of? I have a ton. Like, a lot. Like, if I'm bored, I'll just make up another one. Like, I won't do anything with it. I'll just make up another one just for fun. Um, which one I'm most proud of? Probably the ones that, like, I've put out there, like Featherweight and Snapshot. Those are, like, they're 2 different mediums, because one's an animatic series, one's, a written story. But both I'm, like, very proud of, because it's like, wow, I did a thing. That's pretty cool. Um, in the Dad Scout chat, we have like a joke. It's like, we can make an AU out of that, and we do. We make AUs out of everything. I think yesterday or last night we were talking about a werewolf AU. Um, what other fandoms are you a part of other than Hermitcraft? Okay, well, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Undertale, Marvel, The Adventure Zone, Portal, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, etc. There's a lot of fandoms I'm in. Like, in middle school, I founded the fandom club with a group of my friends. So that was cool. But yeah, fandoms like are what I guess define me, because I'm I'm in a bunch of different ones, and they all have like helped me in some way, or like have contributed to my personality in some way or something like that. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm into. This is barely any. I just okay, backstory behind Dragon Persona. Well, backstory. I made her for my Minecraft skin. But if you meant like a literal story, I don't really have one for her. Like, I don't really have one um for her at all. But I guess the backstory is, Macy was like, "Hey, want to be part of Whackcraft?" And I was like, "Sure." And I was like, I need an actual Sona now, and so I made one. The end. Um, would you make would you maybe make a Minecraft Let's Play series one day? I would probably watch that. I mean, I might. I don't really know what I would do. I haven't. It's been so long since I've watched any like Let's Play series of Minecraft. What do people do again in those? I don't remember. Okay. Do you have any tips for drawing humans? Like in my previous art question, like art tip question, look at how other people draw people. Like study other artists' styles. Like Pinterest is really good with that. Like Pinterest is really nice because you can just like look up art and stuff. You can just scroll and make pin boards of like art you really like, and it's like helps inspire you, and also you can there's a lot of like tutorial art pieces on there. Like if you look up um I guess like reference poses, or like tutorials, or even just Google images works to help find stuff like that. You can find like a lot of like things like, oh, here's how to draw a head at this angle or whatever, something like that. Um, what song do you think best describes your life right now? All Star by Smash Mouth. It was in the hit movie. I almost said Scar. It was in the hit movie Shrek. I don't know why I almost said Scar. I can't believe it. Scar is actually just smallish beans. Oh no. Okay, where do you get inspiration from? Um, well, everything. People like friends and stuff, friends and family, fandoms, songs, movies, etc. Like I'll see like there'll be like a dynamic in like a movie or a show, and I'll be like, oh, I like that, and then I'll like make something around that, even if it's just for like fun, just like for like a one shot story in my head. I still do it. Um, songs, those a lot. Yes, those a lot. Yes, songs. Those are very like helpful for that. Even just like talking to friends and stuff. Like just like talking about your stuff. It can help you like find new ideas, and they can even help inspire you, and they can even give you new ideas and such. It's really fun. Milk chocolate or dark chocolate? Milk chocolate all the way. I like dark chocolate sometimes. I don't like white chocolate because it's not real chocolate and it gives me a headache. So milk chocolate. A favorite hermit to draw? Mumbo. Without a doubt. It's obvious there. Um, what do you see yourself doing on YouTube 3 years from now? No clue. I don't have 2024 vision. I know that joke doesn't work because the joke was like 2020, like 2020 vision, but I don't have 2024 vision, so I have no clue. Because like if you were to have asked me like this time last year, before I even got into Hermitcraft and such, what I would be doing on YouTube in a year, I would say I have no clue. I don't really use YouTube that much. I don't post much on YouTube. I would never have thought to be like in this place. That's really cool. What do you like doing in your free time? I like to draw, of course. Write music, like write songs and such. Just write stories as well. I like to play Sudoku 2048 in solitaire. Like I'll be in class and I'll just pull up like solitaire because Google has that little solitaire that they have on the web browser, and I'll just play that for hours in class because it helps me focus. Because like I have to be doing something with my hands or whatever. Like because if I'm not drawing or like I guess playing solitaire, I'm biting my nails and that's not good. So I like to roleplay. That's really fun. Sing, play music, and just like dance around. Like that's how I'll like act out animatic ideas or just dance around. It's fun. Like act out stuff and read. I like reading. That's cool. But I won't read in the middle of the day when I can do other stuff. I'll read at night because it helps me fall asleep because I have a tough time falling asleep. Um, what other games do you like besides Minecraft? I love Undertale. It's what got me into drawing, but I think I get to that later. Portal. I love Portal. That's really fun. Animal Crossing is fun as well. I like the Spider-Man game on the PS4. It's really fun. It's just so satisfying, like when like just swinging and like running up walls and stuff. Except like if you accidentally like don't press a button right and then you slam into the wall, and then it's just not satisfying at all. I'm trying to think of other games that I like playing, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. So I have one question. When you watch Hermitcraft, which hermits are you more inclined to watch? Slash, who are your favorites? Mumbo and Green, because I only I only watch Mumbo, but I'll also watch Green as well sometimes. But I'm also not caught up on either one. I'm busy. Do you have Wattpad? And if so, what are your favorite Hermitcraft fanfictions on it? Yes, I do have Wattpad, but I don't read fan fictions. Like, because like them because it makes my eyes hurt. Like I'm reading too much on a screen. But also I don't want because I don't want to accidentally like subconsciously take an idea from someone else's fan fiction and put it into my own. And also because I keep forgetting. Um, I think there's a part where later there's a question where they ask me to recommend something, and I'll it relates to this, but I'll get back to that. How long have you done animation for? I mean, technically, if you think about my Scratch days, like since fourth grade ish. So how long is that? It's like I can't do the math. It's like 6 years, 6 years ish, I guess. But like more like 4 to 5 years. Yeah, 45 years. No, 4 to 5, 4 or 5 years. Because sixth grade I kind of got more into it, and seventh and eighth grade I didn't really do much with it. Ninth grade I did some stuff on Flipaclip, not Flipaclip, Flipdown Studio on like the DS. I did a little bit of that. Um, eighth grade I did a little eighth grade. Why did I say eighth grade? No, sophomore year I did a little bit on Flipaclip, and then this year I've done more on Flipaclip, and I'm actually working on one right now. It's a bit. It's like a part of from Killer by the Hoosiers, and ooh, it's featherweight and it's really good. And I posted a work in progress of it on my Patreon, so you can check that out. Link in the description. Um, where was I on this list? Do you have a hermit that you relate to the most? Mumbo. Because like he's like, oh, I start all these projects and I never finish them, and I have all these projects to start, and I would like I just relate to him really like a lot. He has these videos. These two videos on his film channel, which I actually told my film teacher about his film channel. But on his film channel, he has his two most recent ones. It's is Minecraft a tool for artists and I'm not a creative person. Those two make me so happy. Those two videos because they're like uplifting and inspirational, and it's like basically like yeah, if everyone's a creative person and like even if you don't think so, you are because everyone's creative in their own way. It's so it's just so good. If anyone can make me cry tears of happiness, it's that man's inspirational videos. What's your favorite Hermitcraft AU other than the Snapshot AU? I don't know. There's just so many. I literally do not know. It depends on the day. Why is it called the Snapshot AU? Well, because Minecraft snapshots, and also because he goes like he's like snaps and stuff, and also because each video is kind of like a snapshot of the AU rather than like a full movie or animation. It's just like a little bit. I thought of this idea. I was swimming in the pool. I think it was after part 3 or 4 or 2. I don't remember what part it was after, but I was like, I need a name for this AU, and then I was like, I'm Big Brain. um, what continent are you from? North America. Boop. Um, outside of the hermits, are there any other Minecraft YouTubers you like? If so, who? I'm not really sure anymore because I don't really watch many Minecraft YouTubers anymore. I used to a lot. I used to watch a lot of Stampy, and yeah, like I'm just that was like my main guy was Stampy. I also would watch a lot of Aphmau and LD Shadow Lady, but I still really like Smallish Beans and LD Shadow Lady. I really like their content. It's pretty good. Um, let's see, where am I on the list? What brushes do you use in Procreate? The lighting is really, really pretty. Well, thank you. And if you're talking about like the glow lighting I have in my animatics, I use the glow pen, which is like a standard brush that's already in Procreate. That's when I do like the glowing stuff. But like for my other stuff, I just use this custom brush pack from Jing Sketch. Most of the time now, it's a pretty expensive thing. It's like $80 normally, but I got it on sale. It was on sale, and I was like, oh, this is good. I'll get this. And it also came with like these two tutorial booklets on like lighting and also like lineless art. That's really helped. And it came with like a ton of brushes. And so if like you're ever looking for good like Procreate brushes and you're willing to spend a bit of extra money, I totally recommend the Jing Sketch. It's really good, and there's often sales, and so just keep your eye out for sales and stuff. There's also um a trial pack, like you can like get like free 10 brushes, and I used that for a long time until I saw that it was on sale. So that's really cool. And also there are these sites. If you look up free brushes Procreate, one of the first links should be to the Procreate forums, and it's this master list of like all these just free custom brushes that people make, and I've gotten a ton of brushes from there, and they're really good, and I recommend looking or checking that out. um who's your favorite hermit? Mumbo. If you could switch lives with any YouTuber ever, who would it be? No clue. Like, I don't know. This is a tough question. I'm not gonna answer it because I have no clue. If you were a can of food, what can would you be? SpaghettiOs. I don't know why, but I would be SpaghettiOs. But like the ones that are different shapes, like the ones that are like superheroes. Yeah, I'd be Marvel brand. I'd be Marvel sponsored SpaghettiOs. Um, how did you learn to animate? I'm kind of self taught and also friend taught. Because I was inspired by like my friend Crescentia. I can never say the name right. Crescentia. There's no th. My brain wants to say Crescentia, but that's not the. It's Crescentia. I have her channel listed on my channel. She hasn't posted in like a long while, but um, she's she was one of my best. I guess is like it's not like kind of we kind of drifted apart, but like I still consider her like a really good friend, and I love her a lot. She's really cool, and she's the one that like got me into like animating and such. And later, I think it gets the I masked like how I got into art and such, and that's how. I'll explain that story when I get to that question. Um, when did you start playing the ukulele? It was the summer. It was the summer after 6th grade. I don't know why I said it like that. But I was at camp, and well, no, because I wanted the ukulele before, because 21 Pilots, you know. Um, and so I got it like the I think the week before I went to camp, and then I went to camp and I was like playing songs and such. But like 5-ish years ago, I guess the first few songs I learned were the Adventure Time theme song. I feel like I've already said this before. The Steam Universe extended theme and House of Gold. Would you be able to make a tutorial on your art style? It's amazing. Well, thank you. And perhaps maybe I don't know, because it's always changing. That's the thing. It's always it's always like changing stuff because I'm always like developing it. So maybe. Um, how do you draw green hair and make it look so good? Practice. It's just practice. Just I don't know how to explain it. It's just you're gonna get good at something if you practice it enough. Um, what's my dream job? It's animator and show creator. I want to be like a character animator, and I want to create like a series, whether it be through a network or independently. I want to make something, like Steven Universe or Gravity Falls, and those are like my big main inspirations for that sort of thing. I've wanted to be this since like 4th or 5th grade. I've just known I want to do this thing, so I've been working towards that. And a couple of years ago, I was like, I want to be an animator. I should probably like start like animating more stuff. But yeah. Do you know that all of us love you and that your videos are amazing? Oh, thank you. I do actually. I know that, and and it makes me like really happy. And that's actually like that inspires me to like keep making content, because I know that there's people who enjoy it like a lot. And even if like there wasn't an audience, I'd still kind of want to make it. I feel like I would still want to make it because it's this cool thing, but it definitely helps that there are people that are interested in it. Um, what inspired you to start YouTube? Not really anything, I guess. I don't know. I was just kind of like, oh, I want to do this because I think like YouTubers I would watch would inspire me. But I actually started it back 4th or 5th grade. My channel used to be called the Puppet FNAF Gaming. All those videos are gone now. They've been gone for a while. um, but then I was Trashy Productions official. And then DoctorSiren, which I think is the name I'm sticking with. But yeah, like I was just like, oh, I want to be a Minecraft YouTuber. I was inspired by like Stampy, because I was like, oh, he plays Xbox 360 edition of Minecraft, so do I. but I would film it using my iPod Touch. My iPod Touch only had a front-facing camera, and so oh man. Let's see. Odd question. What's your favorite out of the two? Calling someone out or making us feel the despair of a thousand suns? Probably the despair thing because it involves much less drama and you know, um, why and how do you make us cry? Why? Because it's fun. And how? It's because I use things that also make me sad as well. So like literally all the scenes that are sad and featherweight. Yeah, I've cried tears over those. Like as I'm like as I'm thinking them up before I like write them and stuff. Because sometimes I write them on this. Sometimes I come up with scenes on the spot. Sometimes I had them planned already. And like yeah, of course I've definitely cried over these things. Um, how long did it take you to translate the Galactic? Because it took us an hour or more to translate it. I think this is one of the questions from the older post. But it takes like 3 seconds because I use a translator. I on the most recent couple, um, not 9.5. There's no galactic in that one. I did it by hand, so that's why some of the symbols are wrong. Like I would accidentally put the wrong letter. But when I started putting the galactic in, like in some earlier parts, I just used the Lingo Jam translator because you know I'm not gonna like write that out, especially because I did some very long things. What's your favorite number? Three. I don't know. There's a song about three, like the number three. It's a magic number. Yes, it is. But that's how I learned like to count threes. Because well actually, I had my mom made songs for like the um each of like the numbers for like multiplication. She would like be driving me home from like swim team practice or whatever, like during the summers, like not a long time ago, but like the number of years ago, and she would make me practice, and I hated it so much. I think my least favorite one to do is sevens. I don't know why. I hated doing those. Um, but like we got the three song I think from my second grade play, because there was a song about like threes. Um, where am I? What if I were a type of wood? What type would I be? Birch wood. I know that's my favorite. My favorite. I'm gonna think this question's asking about Minecraft wood, but I'm gonna say birch wood because that's my favorite Minecraft wood. um, do you think the "I Need a Hero" scene from Shrek 2 is the most perfect climax in all of animation? Without a doubt, there is no doubt in my mind. Okay. Favorite book. Mosquito Land by David Arnold is really good. I found it in a bookstore, the small bookstore in Utah when I went there a few years ago. Um, and it's really good. I really love it. I just remember like when I was reading it, I just remember being like, "Oh, this is good. I really like this." But there's a ton of books I love. I love the Lunar Chronicles. That's really good as well. Um, I recently I've been rereading the Dead Is series by what's her name? Marissa Perez or something Perez, I think. But it's really good, and I think the I have out of the okay, I think the first four are about this one girl, and the second set of four are about this other girl. But I have the second, third, and fourth books. I don't have the first one. I don't know why. But I because I got it from people. Um, I love the Percy Jackson series. Out of all of Rick Riordan's series, I don't know. But my favorite ones by him are the Trials of Apollo series, and then also Magnus Chase. I think it's because they're not at camp. Like, I think it's because it's like a different scenery. My favorite though is the Trials of Apollo series. I really like that one. Um, but yeah, where was I? Pineapple on pizza? Heck yes, give me that. This is my advocation for it. The pineapple gives this tangy sweetness to the slight spiciness of the pepperoni, and also it's just good. It tastes nice. I love pepperoni, or I love pineapple on pizza. Yeah, take that. That's my controversial opinion of the day. Um, favorite non-hermit YouTuber? Well, I have quite a few. Janny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, The Right Opinion. I started watching a lot of his videos. They're really good. Um, I actually emailed him some fan art, and he was like, "Oh, this is really nice." I was like, "Oh, thank you." That made me very happy to hear. Jarvis Johnson, Eddie Burback. There's just a lot of YouTubers I watch. They're mostly like quote unquote commentary YouTubers, but that's because it's really nice to just listen to those when I'm like drawing. Like it's just really nice. But yeah, I like those. I've also there's this channel. I don't remember. I never remember what it's called, but it's this channel, and they haven't posted in years, but it's these two birds. It's two conures, and they're so cute, and it's their names are like Chibi and Haru or something like that. But they're literally so cute. Like it's so adorable. Oh my gosh. Um you have so many skills and all of them are breathtaking. One, thank you. Did you learn any of them with like a teacher? Actually, I'm self-taught. Like not counting like friends like teaching me skills because like that happens all the time. Like they'll be like, "Oh hey," like because that's how I kind of like learn to start like drawing better. I'm mostly self-taught, like ukulele, piano, like drawing, writing. I write not really writing because I guess English teachers, but like I'm yeah mostly self-taught for these things. So yeah, basically, if you want to like learn how to do something, just do it. Like just put an effort to it, and you can start learning it. If you could play Minecraft with one hermit for an hour, who would it be? This is an obvious answer. Mumbo, because he's cool. And also I would be like, teach me redstone. Because I don't know how to do it. What is my all-time favorite thing to draw? It changes because I don't really have an all-time favorite thing to draw. Like, if I don't know what to draw, I'll just like fall back on drawing like a few characters. Like, it depends on like those characters always change. Like at one point, I would always just default to Peter Parker, or Spider Man, or I would default to Toffee from Star vs. the Force of Evil. My current default, of course, is Mumbo. I sound like a broken record, but it's true. Like I'll just do him. I'll just like draw that, or I'll draw Green or whatever. But if you're talking about like just thing, I like drawing hands. Like I like drawing hands. It's fun. Um, and even if I can't get them to look right, I still like doing it. It's just really cool. Um, Also faces. Faces are nice. Um, there was another thing that I really like doing. Oh, I love doing like shading on metal. I love doing that, like the lighting. It's just very nice to do. It's very fun. I really like doing that. I guess I like drawing things that other people don't like or don't like to draw or like, oh, I don't want to have to. Oh, it's so hard. Like, yeah, it's hard sometimes, but if you like work on it, like, it's fun. That sounded a bit rude. I'm sorry, but I really like. I like drawing hands, and I like doing that. I like don't have like a big problem with hands. I don't really have a big problem with like quote unquote drawing the other eye. I don't know why I did quote unquote. That was weird. But like drawing the other eye, like yeah, sure. Like when I started out, that was a problem, but it's not really a problem for me anymore. I've gotten I'm able to just boop draw it, and if it looks wonky, I just redraw it and such. Um, let's see. Opinions on frozen yogurt. Um, Fruity kind only. In my head, ice cream is where you can get your creamy flavors and also fruity flavors if you want. That's more like creamy and fruity there. But for frozen yogurt, I only will get fruity flavors. If I'm at a froyo place, I will get all of the fruit flavors, like all of them. Um, and then I'll put like gummy bears on it, even though they get like super tough to chew. Yeah, but like I'll put like fruit, like pineapple and blueberries and stuff on it because that's what I like for froyo. Is NPC Green expanding the closet as he adds more hermits to it? It's the size of a small room now compared to its original size in the Cabinet Man animatic. Yeah, this is from the 4K question when I asked that one, or when this one was asked. And yeah, he's actually anytime. That's why it gets bigger and bigger because anytime he's have someone in there, he also makes sure that there's enough room because like I don't know because plot convenience. Also, I didn't want to have to draw like 12 people in a super cramped room, just like a kind of cramped room. How do you come up with the designs for all the hermits? Are they somewhat based off of other fan art or purely purely your own interpretations of their skin? It's kind of both. I mean, yeah, I based off of fan art. That's like how I get designs and such. But then also, my own interpretations and a few suggestions. You know, like I got the sparkly purple like star freckle like suggestion. That was Pixel, my friend Pixel suggested that. Um, and then other like ones for my own head. I'm trying to think of ones that are for my own head. I can't really think of them, but yeah, I base it off of like the actual skin and then fan art and then my own ideas and then other people's like suggestions. So yeah, um, can you draw yourself as a hermit? Um, I feel like this question was asked because like if I'm doing maybe the because this question was from the 4K one and um maybe if I think maybe I was like gonna have like be doing like a drawing thing as I was doing it. I don't remember, but to answer the question, yes, and I actually have before. What would happen in Snapshot if Mumbo had said yes in part 4? I remember that it was Kat who asked this question, and this was like back before 2000. Like, well, most of these here are from that question, that community post because I copy pasted and stuff. Um, Things would have been different. I don't know if because in part 4 he says no because it NBC Green's like, oh, I can make you perfect. Join me. And he's like, nah, dude. Um, but if he had said yes, well, I think that would show a lot more about his character because he would have been like, oh, I don't care that Green's not here. Like, I don't care that he's possibly dead because he didn't know until like one of the more recent parts they did not know what happened to the hermits that were snapped. They did not know that they were in like any sort of like place. They thought they were dead. So who would have said a lot about him. How to draw hair? Again, practice. I do a lot of like floofy-ish hair. Steam Universe is really good with that. Like that's like where I get a lot of like it's like hair reference, I guess. Like amethyst, like the quartzes have like really good hair. Um, do I have any OCs? Yeah, I have a ton. Like I have a lot. Um, I don't talk about how much, but I do. I mean, technically, Elenia, Amelia, and Circuit, Natalie, those are all OCs. Like those Sahara, those are all OCs right there. I have this one that I made back in 6th grade, and I still use her, and her name is Daisy. She was an Undertale OC, and she still is, but like you know. Then there's Paradox, who is Daisy Tail Sands. Oh, I love him so much. There's Lemon, whose real name is Lucy. There's Melanie and Vera. There's Paint. There's there's a lot. I have a lot of OCs. Um, there's Kitty and Carter, whom I adore. Yes. But yeah. I was about to say something about Daisy. Man, I don't remember. Yeah, I really don't remember what I was about to say about Daisy. Maybe if I remember. I probably won't though. Okay. Let's see, where was I? What do you think of fan art of your or fan works of your AU and your stuff? Dude, I love it so much. I love seeing like fan art of it. It makes me so happy. And that makes me very 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 happy to see that. And um there's just a noise. And there are a few places you can send them to me. On Discord you can send them to me on Instagram, although I don't check Instagram that much anymore. So it might be a bit before I see your DM or like just your drawing on there. You can email me. You can find the email in my channel description under business inquiries or whatever. You can email me fan art. That works. I don't think there's any other places. I don't know, but Discord and email are the ones where I'm most likely to see it. Yeah. My favorite food are because I have a few. Blueberries, those are really good. I love blueberries and salt and vinegar chips. Like I will eat those so much. I love those so much. Um, what's the color of my toothbrush? It's orange. If you were to describe yourself in one word, what would I say? Pizzazz. I don't know. Pizzazz is really funny. Um, what's your opinion on the thing that Twitter users use, like the /J/SRS/S? I use them. Like I use it. Um, and I guess it really helps like to show like not sarcasm, but like if you're joking, um, it's really, I guess they're really helpful, but sometimes it's like then you feel pressured to like have to put these things that you never before had to put. Like if you're with your pals and you say something, it's obvious that's obviously a joke. You sometimes you might feel pressured to put slash j even though everyone knows it's a joke. I don't know, because you're afraid of like making them think it's the wrong way. Because if they do take it the wrong way, then you can say no, that was meant to be a joke. I don't know. Like they're good, but also now people feel pressured to have to use them. Do you like turtles? Yes, I do. Are you going to add? I don't know why. I don't know why I started that question like that. Are you going to add all of your songs to Amazon Music one day? Um, yeah. No, that wasn't the answer to my question, but um, the thing I used to upload them, TuneCore, it uploads them to like all these stores, so it's not just on Amazon Music. It's on YouTube. It's actually so it's actually on you like I have like a YouTube what's the word, like artist page, like topic page, those. I have that, and then also like Spotify. People just opening doors. Spotify, iTunes, and such. All those. But I don't know actually because each song costs $10 to upload, and each song will have to be renewed each year. So like at the start of next year, I'll have to pay a fee of $30 because I have currently 3 songs up. And the reason I actually uploaded a third song was because I'm working to become an official artist channel, and I needed 3 songs through a distribution place for that, so I used TuneCore. And so I have those 3 songs up. I'm not sure. Maybe if when uh my quote unquote businesses become more profitable, I'll be able to have like more extra money to upload more songs and stuff. That's the reason why I don't put doctor's notes on Spotify, because I don't want to have to pay $10 to upload an episode each time. That's like $10 a week. I don't make that much. I don't have a job other than like YouTube and Redbubble and Patreon. And I'm actually trying to get affiliate on Twitch because I'm like, let's add this to my infinity gauntlet of things I can use to, I guess, make money. So yeah, if you want to check out my Twitch. Um I actually streamed yesterday. It was really fun. Um and yeah, I mean, if you want to support me, Redbubble helps. Like I only get a fraction of the money, but it still helps, and you get something cool out of it too. Patreon, you get cool stuff out of that. On my Twitch, I have a donation thing, and also I do commissions and stuff. So if you email me, again, email and Discord are the best ways to reach me about commissions. And because I don't check Instagram that much anymore, but yeah. Anyways, I got off topic. How do you spell gray? Grey or Gray? I do Gray. Like that. It looks in my head. It looks better. What do you watch for comfort? I'll watch like old YouTube videos that I've already seen, like old Danny Gonzalez videos that I've already seen but haven't seen in a while, or just whatever's on Disney Channel. Like if I don't really want to do anything, I'll just turn on the TV and I'll just like watch like Raven's Home or Bunked or whatever. Those are the only shows that are on there anymore because I don't have Disney XD. I only have Disney Channel. What happened to Whackcraft? It still exists. We're gonna start season 2, I think, in a few months, but I haven't played on it in a while. Because like got busy. Whoopsie. Um, how do you draw constantly or consistently without? Does it say consistently? Yeah, it says consistently. How do you draw consistently without getting tired or running to artist block? Um, I have no clue. Like I'll take breaks and do other creative things if I don't feel like drawing. If like I want to do something creative, then um I'll like write, or I'll like I guess dance around or write music or whatever. Um, so I don't get like burned out and just like art. Um, and also if I don't know what to draw, I'll just redraw some old art, and it's really cool because I can see like how far I've come since then. Prove my old self that I'm better. um, I'll do that. But like it's weird because I don't really have like I haven't really gotten like artist block. Like sure I'll be like, oh, I don't want to draw right now, but then I'll like do something else that's creative, and I'll be like, okay, time to go back to drawing. I don't know. I don't know. How often do I do traditional art? I do it quite often. I used to do it a lot more than I do now because now I'm more mostly digital art, but I still do traditional art. But I was actually worried about like having to do traditional art for mock trial because there's the quorum artist thing. And I was like, wow, I haven't really done traditional art in a couple of or like in a good number of months. I haven't like done it like as much and like, but no, I was able to do it. My drawing for that actually looks pretty cool. I'm really proud of that. Do you happen to play D&D? Yes, I do. I've been a DM, and I'm also a player, and I'm currently in a campaign that is streamed every Saturday on Twitch. Um, Let me actually go find what the link is, and I'll tell you. It's streamed on twitch.tv/boardingartist. I'll put the link in the description. It's my friend Board. They are can't speak. They are our DM. It's really fun. I play with Penny and Kat and Bread. It's very very fun. But yeah, I really like doing that. I play as Sir Oliver Brotherhood, and he's just Wood Elf Bumbo Baggins. And man, they're also mean to him. He's chaotic good, but he accidentally like unalived 4 people. It's a fun story. But yeah, we stream on Saturdays. I think 4 no, is it 4 p.m.? I want to say 4 p.m. Yeah, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Usually on every Saturday. But yeah, it's really fun. So I'll put that link in the description. Let's see, where was I? Opinions on WandaVision. Yes, I really like it. I really, really like it. I actually bought 2 WandaVision pops the other day from Hot Topic, and I need to pick them up today. But they're like, they're the 50s version, and oh, it's so good, so good. Um, Yesterday's episode, because I'm recording this on Saturday. I'm gonna be posting it today as well. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's so good. Ooh, I really like it. Ah, it's so nice. Anyways, what do you think HCBBS stands for? Here comes Big Boy Stan. I don't know, man. Also, is Featherweight Chapter 51 coming soon? I don't know. I started writing it, but then I've been busy this week because I've had mock trial county rounds. Um, but yeah, I like once things stop being busy with like mock trial and such, I'll like have more free time in like the evenings to continue writing. So yeah. Does your family and parents support and encourage your channel? Yes, they do. My mom found out I had a YouTube channel about 2-ish years ago. Um, because I said something about it. I said something about it. I was at camp and I was singing a song that I had posted on it. And I said something about it, and she saw like the video of it. And my siblings were like, "Yeah, she has a YouTube channel." And she's like, "Oh, huh." But then but they're really supportive of it, and they even joke. They're like, "Yeah, yeah, that's how you'll support us in our old age, your YouTube income." And I'm like, "Sure, okay." But yeah, they're really supportive of it. That's something I know. Like many like artists like feel like they don't have. And so I don't know. I'm really lucky to have like family that like is really supportive about like my channel and like my art and such. Um, and they don't force me to do sports. Oh man. Um, let's see. Would you ever consider writing a novel? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Um, have you read Wings of Fire? No, but I know it's like a dragon thing. I never read it though. Who's your top 3 favorite hermits in order? Mumbo, Grian, and XP Crafted. But I love all of them. Who's your favorite player on the Dream SMP? None. I don't like Dream SMP. If I had to pick one, I would say Technoblade because I liked his content before Dream SMP. Like I liked like his Potato War stuff. Um, I don't watch Dream SMP. I don't like it. Um, it's not my cup of tea. Hermitcraft is more my speed. This is all. Why was this all rhyming? It was all like kind of rhyming. It's slam poetry. Um, do you have a DeviantArt account? Yes, but I never use it, and it's from a long like good number of years ago. I don't ever use it though. So I guess technically no, because I don't use it basically anymore. How do you show animatic or that didn't go right. Let's try that again. How do you show YouTube? you have a license / where do you get copyright license for music like those from your animatics, if any is required? Well, I don't. See, if I okay, so YouTube will actually it will copyright claim me if I use any song that isn't mine. It won't strike me because I'm not claiming to use that song. If I'm using the song, I make sure to give proper credit and I make sure not to monetize that video because like it's not my song. Um and so it will claim it will I'll get claimed, but I won't get a copyright strike. And sometimes there's like no copyright claim, but I still make sure not to monetize the videos because I don't own the song, and just in case like someone comes around and copyright claims like the song, I don't want to get in trouble because it's not my song. And I don't make money off of the animatics that have songs I don't write. Like even though they have many of them have over 100K views or kind of close to that, I don't make any money on those. But sometimes I get like a tiny little bit amount, like a little tiny amount, because it would be like, oh, well, you made stuff for this video, so you can have a little bit. You can have a little bit, but yeah, WGM or whatever music, DNCA, like they get most of the money. The thing is, the artists, like the people who like the musician stuff, they don't get the majority of the money from those copyright claims. It's those companies like WGM and DNCA. They get most of that money. So like it's like, but now you're claiming their music. But no, they're not. But still, like, man. Um, but yeah, like I don't really I don't get money from those. That's why I have those two. Is it two? Yeah, I have those two that have my own songs. Um, and yeah, like I have those, and like those really help because even though I haven't like actually like gotten my revenue from YouTube yet, like I have a lot of money in, not a lot, but I have a good amount of money in there. I just haven't been able to claim it because I haven't put in any tax information. um, how did I get into art, music, and writing? Um, okay, so art. I had always been drawing. I've been drawing in, like since like second grade. You know, Club Penguin, all that jazz. Um, fourth grade, I would draw like this like game I would play with my cousin who's in my class. She and I would play like this like make this like pretend game at like recess or whatever. Oh, my hip just went pop. Um, and I would like draw our characters from that or whatever. Fifth grade, uh, another one of my friends, she taught me how to like. She was really into Warrior Cats, and so she taught me that. Um, I hadn't ever like really read it, but I was like, all right, this is cool, and so I had a lot of Warrior Cat OCs, even though I'd like never read the series. Um, so that's kind of how I started drawing. Fifth grade as well, but then sixth grade, my friend Cynthia, um, she really like she showed me Undertow. She's like, oh hey, this new game that just came out. It was like September 2015. She's like, this new game that came out, um, and she's such a good artist. She's always a better artist than me, and that really helped me though. I think that really helped me because she like helped me learn how to draw. I remember her teaching me how to draw Toriel one time. Um and that was like really helpful. Like she taught me about like line weighting, even though yeah, she taught me like that and like a bunch of different stuff. She showed me Undertale, she showed me Off and like all these other like fandoms that I still really love. Like she showed me all these things and it was really helpful. And that's like how I really got started. Um and I remember like thinking, "Oh yeah, my art is super good." Um, I look back at that art now. It's kind of it's really funny because it's so janky. It's so funny. Um, but I believed in myself, and I had someone who believed in me. Um, and so that's really helpful. Just believing in yourself is like a big thing. But that's how I really got into art because I just kept going from there. Um, and yeah, just don't surround yourself with negativity. And don't be negative about to yourself. Like you can say, yeah, I need to improve on this thing, but don't bash yourself. That's not good for you or your mental health, and it's not good for you in the long run. Do what D'Angelo Wallace does, and he uses like the opposite of self deprecation. He's like, oh yeah, I'm the best. We all know that I'm the best. It's really funny. It's like really refreshing, and I feel like more people should do it because like the way he does it, he doesn't sound full of himself because it's obviously he's like joking, but he just like he thinks of himself as like a good person, and like I feel like more people really should like do that because it's just better. I'm getting off topic. What for writing and stuff, I don't really know. I just always liked writing stories and music. I kind of explained already the ukulele thing. So yeah. How do you decide what songs to use? Oh, we're already at an hour. What? I only have a few questions left. How do you decide what songs to use for Snapshot and Featherweight Animatics, and how long does it take to find ones that fit? I just look for songs online. Like I get recommendations from other people, or I'll just like be on YouTube and I'll be like clicking in songs and then clicking songs that look interesting that are in the recommendations on the sides and stuff. So that, and it doesn't take that long, like find the ones to find ones that fit because I've also written animatics around the songs, or I've written songs for the animatics sometimes. So like yeah, like the story of Snapshot, that's like it's kind of written I guess around the song. um some of them at least. What is my favorite fave? Yeah, it says fave, but what's my favorite animal? Penguins are rad. I love penguins because I blame Club Penguin. I also adore birds like conures. They're the cutest. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Um, if you could be any mythical creature, what would you be? Either a siren or a dragon, obviously. I actually don't know. But those are just the two that came to my head. Favorite podcast? I love The Adventure Zone, Sawbones, Crime Junkie, The Penumbra, Woke to Night Vale, Orbiting Human Circus of the Air, My Brother and Me, and This American Life. And there's a few others I really love, but those are just like ones that I could think of when I was writing this list. They're all really good. Um, will you do another AU animatic series after Snapshot? I have no clue because this one takes a lot. Um, any fanfic recommendations? Twisted by Foop on AO3. It's a Hermitcraft fanfiction, really good. And the coding conundrum by PixelFun20 on AO3 is also really good. Pixel's the one who did the I say this a lot, but she's the one who did the planning for parts 8 and 9 of Snapshot. So that's really cool. She's really cool, and she's the reason why I'm like really into Hermitcraft and why Featherweight even exists because like I was inspired by that. And then Twist or Foop, really cool. Love her. She's great. Um, she's really fun, and I love her art too. It's really cute. Um, how did I learn the ukulele? I think there was already a question, but I'm self-taught. Which hermits do you think has the most potential for stories besides Grian, if you can? Well, all of them do. All of them have like very interesting characters. You can like literally take it from anything, just little bits of information, like the fact that XP Crafted started Hermitcraft when he was 13. Like I took that fact because it was season 2. I took that fact and I was like, all right, I'm going to use this in a story. And it's kind of like where like Zuma like took him under his wing and was like, all right, I'm because he's like in Featherweight, he like saved him when he was like a kid. Like I'm because like, that's what like that's what Zuma's dad, like Doom guy, did for him. He rescued and saved, like kind of adopted him. That's what he did for XP. And so like if you just look at any hermit, just take even a little bit of stuff, like you can make it like a cool like story bit out of it. So there's like all of that, or like Mumbo joining when he was 17. Like I used that for a point in Featherweight. Um, yeah, so that's or using other stuff they love to do or things they've done before, like other like series and stuff. Those are really cool because you can use those to make stories up. Like all of them have a lot of potential, like a lot. Um, what type of music do you like? What are some example songs? Alternative indie. That's where it's at. That is where it is at. But like songs I really love. Ruler of Everything, Spring in a Storm. So those two are both by Tally Hall. Sundial by Lemon Demon. I Understand by Jack Stauber. One More Time with Feeling by Regina Spektor and Lovely by 12 Pilots. Those are just a few songs. I have a lot of favorite songs. Those are just a few. Currently, I've just been listening to a ton of Tally Hall. That's like my jam right now. My question is quite simple. Why? Answer: spaghetti. I wrote this before I posted that spaghetti cat. What do you think you'll do in the future? Make more content. Like, just keep doing what I love doing, making more content. Will you do a crossover with Dream SMP in your AU? And when is the next episode coming out? No, I will not do a crossover. No, I will not. And I don't know, man. I still need to plan it out on paper because I have it in my head. I need to write down like what happens each part. That helps me. But I've been busy. Uh, what made you take interest in becoming an animator? Watching animated shows like Gravity Falls and Steven Universe and seeing, like people's like animated work. That just seeing that people can make a story that's art but make an impact. That's really what helped. And then the final episode that's on episode, what the heck? The final question that's on this list is snapshot or featherweight. It depends, because it depends on like the day, because sometimes I'll be gushing about one or I'll be gushing about the other. But I love them both for just different reasons for each one because they're two different mediums. But like I'm very, very proud of each one. But yeah, I can't choose. Don't make me choose. Don't make me do that. So yeah, that's like 107, 106. I might have skipped one. I don't remember. Oh, my dog started barking. Those are just Q&A about me. But yeah. So this is doctor's notes. Sorry this episode's a bit late. You know, I've been busy. It's fine. But yeah. So you can check me out on YouTube, of course. You can find me on Instagram at DoctorSiren Art. You can find my Redbubble, which I will link down below. My Patreon, DoctorSiren. It really helps if people support. Thank you to my current supporters, which I forgot to thank them last time. Tiger's Eye, or is it Tiger Eye? Tiger Eye, and AthensCupcak. So I think it's still supposed to be cupcake, but you know, limits. Thank you both so much. It's very, very kind of you. And yeah, so there's three levels on Patreon. My Twitch, which I might be streaming more on, twitch.tv/DoctorSiren. What else do I link normally? Is that it? I think that's it. I don't know. But you can find my email in my channel description. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. I really enjoy doing these because I can just sit in my room and just talk. But yeah. So thank you once again, and peace out. I'm working on a few more. I'm working on an animation thing. I'm trying to get the chlorine one done, the featherweight chlorine one done, and then I started working on this other one, this little 13-second thing. It's part of Killer by the Hoosiers. But yeah.